Alright, welcome everybody to Operation Mars. This is going to be Comintern turn 1. A nation that I have not played as much as the others, but we'll have fun with it, see what happens. We'll start out with the CCP, and $2, not going to be buying any units, but we will be spending either $1 or $2 to influence the Hope. Say either 1 or 2, because we are going to be having some fun with the CCP and seeing if we can pull off this attack into Szechuan. Never successfully done it before, which should probably be a sign that it's not something to do. But you know what? Oh well. Let's see what happens. Alright, so we will have 3 at 2 for us, so we'll go ahead and roll those. And those are all misses. And we'll have a, just copy the cyan die up here. We'll have the orange die will be the infantry at 4, and the red die will be the militia at 2. And that's all misses, so we will see what happens on take 2. And we get all misses, so again, orange is infantry, red is militia. Orange is infantry, red. Okay, good. Oh well, we're having fun. Let's go for round 3. Hey, we get a hit. Okay, so that's going to be the KMT militia gone. And we will the militia will still get to roll in response in red, and then the infantry in orange. And so that is misses there. So we will definitely press now, for sure. And that is a 1. So we will take out the infantry, and we will roll the KMT infantry in response. And that is a 7. So I have finally pulled off this attack without any casualties after many attempts of trying this. Okay, so CCP will take over Szechuan. That does mean we will now be rolling for Hope, succeeding on a 2 or less, except we're going to use both of our dollars to help us out on this roll, and so we will succeed on a 4 or less. And we miss with an 8. Oh well. Okay, so we will now do our recruitment roll, which will be at a 2 or less. And it misses on a 5. Alright, we will then collect $2, so we'll just have to keep the 2 in the bank, and that will be all for the CCP. Go ahead and roll Mongolia, I guess. The recruitment succeeds on a 4 or less, and it fails on a 9. The Soviets, this is an interesting Spain setup, one that I've never seen, pretty cool. We lost Madrid, but there is no air power left, so it will be pretty interesting to see how this goes. If the Axis want to spend $10 to release another fighter here, could be viable. But it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Anyway, that being said, the Soviets, I think, are going to release a mountain infantry to Catalonia with this setup. So we'll go ahead and declare that is going to be the Soviet buy. And then for our moves, I think we're just going to actually move everything into Catalonia. Sort of hole up here and see what happens. We will go ahead and roll our recruitment, which succeeds on a 6 or less. And fails on an 11. So that'll be that. And then, like I said, we will release a mountain infantry to Catalonia using 4 Soviet dollars, and then collect 4 for the Soviets at the end of the turn, so the banks will stay the same. Soviet technically, Soviets have one combat move, which is putting this gigantic TB destroyer on escort duty. I think that convoy line hardly ever gets rated in games, but that's literally the only use this TB destroyer has. So we will go ahead and fulfill his use. For non-combat moves, Primorski Cry and Yakut is going to move down into Amur, as well as the militia and Cheetah. The motorized infantry is going to rail into Oral Kursk. The Cav in Novosibirsk is going to come over into Buryatia, and the infantry is going to move into Angara. In central Kazakhstan, the motorized is going to move into Stalingrad. The infantry in Stalingrad is moving down into I can't pronounce these Soviet territories, I apologize, but it's Kalmystskaya. The motorized that started in Stalingrad is going to move to Oral Kursk. Turkmenistan is moving up into western Kazakhstan. Western Kazakhstan is moving over into the K1. Saratov and Gorky are both moving into Moscow, and Moscow is moving into western Russia. Northern Russia and western Russia infantry are moving into Karelia. The cavalry is moving down into Oral Kursk. The infantry in Smolensk is moving up into western Russia. The light tank is moving down to Oral Kursk. Northern Belarusia, or southern Belarusia, is moving to northern Belarusia. Ukrainians are staying there. Kyiv is moving into eastern, tank into Oral, motorized into Oral, and infantry into Oral. And then these three units are all moving into Transcaucasia. Crimea is staying Crimea. The seaplane is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 into Leningrad. We're also going to stick a fighter there, as well as our transport plane. Our attack bomber is going to also move over into Leningrad, as well as one of our fighters. Or I guess we already have a fighter that starts there. Yes, there's a fighter that starts here. Okay. The other fighter is going to stay in Oral Kursk, and I think I have one more rail movement that I can use. So we're just going to go ahead and rail the infantry from Novosibirsk over into Amur. Ship-wise, our submarine is going to stay in P7. Our torpedo boat destroyer is going to move 1, 2 into P9, except it has 3 movements. We're moving up into P3. Those ships are staying there, and our Black Sea fleet is going to stay in the Black Sea for now, at least. So I think that's got all those done. We do have this destroyer and submarine that we get to place at the end of turn 1. The destroyer is going to go into A14, and the sub we're actually going to build back down here in the Black Sea. So that's how we'll do that. Let's see, this guy's in port, and then for the Republican ships, the destroyer and the coastal sub are going to move into M2. And I think that has got all of our non-combat moves done, so we can go ahead and roll for our tech roll with new 4.1. So we'll roll for improved factories to start out with. And we will miss on A4. Alright, so that has got the Soviets turn 1 completed. So we will, I think it's just, yeah, I don't think I'm forgetting anything. So we will go ahead and turn it over to, who's playing? I think the vet's playing Japan in this game. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and turn it over to the vet for Japan turn 1.